Welcome back to Sailing Vessel MIG on our, is it our 8th day?
Yeah, it is.
It's our 8th day sailing to Hawaii. We had a very prosperous day today. There's Norm out in the cockpit, sleeping away. He's on watch. We're going, oh, I don't know if we can even see you. You're so far away.
He's out there.
He's out there.
In the light.
He's in the light. He's gone to the light.
He's gone towards the light.
He's gone toward the light.
Rip.
Yeah, we're going about, how fast we going, Norm? We're going, this is what he did.
How much wind we got?
How much wind we got, Norm? How high are the seas right now, Norm?
About that high right there.
About as high as your toe, if you're standing on a sidewalk. And yeah, so we're just kind of wallowing around out here. We do have both sails up, but they're not doing anything. Periodically, a little wind will poof, and then we'll go a little ways, then we'll stop. But we did a lot of stuff today.
Sure did.
We did a lot of stuff. Emily Ann did some laundry on the deck.
Yep.
And how'd you do your laundry?
Salt water, mostly. So you put my laundry in a bucket, got some soap, washed it with the salt water. Then I rinsed it in salt water a couple of different times to get all the soap out. And then it's another final rinse in fresh water to get rid of all the salt crystals that are on there.
Which is difficult.
Yeah, it
That's
takes some
the hard
time.
part.
It was one little tiny load of laundry. It took me like 45 minutes.
Norm saw a turtle this morning. It was a big event. Big event. Yep. Ocean as far as you can see. We've made our turn towards Hawaii, so that's nice. We've only got 2,500 miles left.
Almost there.
Almost there. Gonna be there tomorrow. It's just amazing how slow it is out here. It's just like, it's crazy. Let's see if I can get the... There we go. Sunset. There we are. Just nothing out here. Crazy. I love it. It's kind of cool to experience the difference between like the gales that we've been in and this. You know, the difference is just staggering, and it's all part of the same life out here. You know, you deal with both things. You deal with the sea raging, and then it becomes this calm, beautiful expanse. And by morning, it could be just raging, rolling, tossing us around like we're nothing. It's just crazy. What do you think, Emily Ann?
I think it's pretty great. I like it out here. Peaceful.
It's peaceful till it's not.
Yeah. Only have so much to worry about though. Just gotta worry about the sails.
Yeah, that's
Getting
true.
there.
That's true. We've done a lot of sail changes already.
Yep.
On this trip. Putting the pole out, putting the pole away, putting the pole out, putting the pole away, reefing the sails, changing the sails. It's a little different without having a roller furling jib, isn't it?
It is. It's pretty easy after a while. Yeah, once you get the hang of it though.
Yeah.
The hang.
Hey, look at that bird.
There he is. That's
Little
a little
bird.
one.
A little bird out here.
He's fishing.
Like, where do they come from?
He lives out here.
We're so far out here, and that little bird, like, what's he doing? He must be eating those little bugs we saw last night.
Yep.
We saw all these little bugs on the
Hey.
surface.
Hey, little bird. Oh wow. Look at that.
Yeah, here it goes. That is pretty.
I did miss that. Miss that living on land.
Yeah, you know, you live in town, you work, you go to work every day, you do the same thing every day, and you never stop to see this. You never stop to see the sunset, the sunrise, feel the breeze. It's kind of crazy. This seems like an appropriate spot for me to let you know that if you're a patron, you get extra on all of these videos. As a matter of fact, for every one of these YouTube videos, there's about 3 long versions of the video that are available only to paying patrons on the patron page. And I have also moved all of my video sequences with the music that I really like to Patreon. So you guys that really enjoy those things, no matter what you decide to do as far as being a patron, as little as $5 a month, you get all of that, and it's a lot more content, about 3 times as much content. Good morning, it's Sunday the 21st, and we are about 500 miles off the coast of Mexico on our way to Hawaii. We made our turn to Hawaii, and it is dead calm out here. We're waiting for the wind to fill in tonight. We've got the monitor wind vane all set up here so that when it fills in, it should be at the right angle. The wind should come from the northwest, which will be a beam reach. So we've got the monitor all set up right now for a beam reach, and the sails are set in such a way that that they'll fly good for a beam reach. So when the wind comes in, the boat should just poof, kick going and go in the right direction. We're hoping. Until then, we've got a day out here. Basically, it's supposed to be this way through the day. So we've got a few chores we're going to do today. I'm going to empty out our head. It's been about 10 days of use with 3 people, and it's not full yet, but with the Nature's Head, you know, you add dirt to it every time you use it, and you stir it, and it just builds up in there. There's no smell. It's really fantastic, actually. I'm so impressed with the Nature's Head and the composting head. I can't recommend it enough. The only downside, I guess, if you have more people on board using it, is you're going to have to dump it fairly well. Yeah, I guess probably I bet you we could go another 5 days. So every 15 days or so, you'd probably have to have to dump it. So I'm gonna do it today. So anyway, it's just sprinkling a little rain right now, not bad. And as you can see, the seas are flat, calm. Norman's in his cabin, he's awake, but he's not coming out in the rain. And Emily Ann's sleeping. We did some Starlink yesterday and got a hold of my wife and did some chatting on FaceTime, which is just amazing to me that you can do that out here. But it is really beautiful out here. I can't stay out here with this camera in the rain. It's just sprinkling, but this isn't my GoPro, so this is my vlogging camera, and I think your picture will be better with it. So I'll use it when I can. Anything else? The trip's going really well. Everything's good so far. Good morning, everybody. It is almost 7 o'clock on the 22nd of January 2024, and we are on day, I think, 11 now out here. And the wind started to fill in yesterday, and then it just kind of died again. We're still in this high pressure sitting out here. We're making about a 1 knot toward our destination, at least. At least we don't have the autopilot buzzing back and forth. We've got our wind vane doing his thing. He doesn't really do much except it's just holding the rudder in. Well, I think it is still working, you know, but it's, you know, it doesn't work very well without wind, obviously. It's a wind vane. So, but we are still on course. So the little wind indicator up there is just kind of spinning around. So we don't have any appreciable wind right now at all. It might even be current that's moving us right now. And so today we know that we're gonna get some wind at some point today. It's gonna fill in. Our weather guy has let us know that that's the case, and we know to believe him. He's always right. So it is a little frustrating when you're sitting out here for a long time. You just start looking for things on the boat that need to be done, and you do them, you know. So we've done a lot of little projects on the boat that needed to be done, and it's a good opportunity to do that stuff and get that stuff done. Stuff that you don't want to do when the boat's bouncing around and stuff. So before we get really moving today, I'm gonna empty out the fridge and inventory what's left in the refrigerator. There isn't a whole lot of food left. There's some, and we've got some sugar-free sodas and stuff that we're gonna put in there. We're not having any trouble with power consumption, so even when the fridge is empty, we may put water in there and keep cold water for ourselves because we've got the power to do it. We're not really stressed at all about power, which is a nice thing. So the sun just came up. Some of my patrons have been texting me on the Garmin inReach, and we really like that. That's really fun. I appreciate that. I thank you guys for sending us little encouraging texts. It really is nice. You guys really don't know what it's like to be out here so isolated from humanity, and then just get a little note from someone you don't even know. I got a text from somebody that I'm not even sure who they are, and it was just nice to have that kind of contact with somebody. I appreciate it. And so here's our course right now. We've gone that far. It sure doesn't look like very far when you look at the whole length of the voyage, I'll tell you that. And it isn't. We've gone about a quarter, I think, of the way, and we're just sitting out here now. Really, you can see zero. We're not even making any way right now. So that's frustrating when you have so much left, but we have lots of food, we're making water, so we don't have to worry about any of that. We don't use fuel, so there's no need to worry about fuel consumption on this boat. We don't even need to worry about charging the batteries with fuel. We've done that once in 10 days and used about a gallon. I think we used about a gallon of gas to get out of the harbor and get down out of the shipping lanes and all that stuff, because we, you know, you don't want to hang out like this sitting in shipping lanes. But so we've used I guess we've probably used 3 gallons of gas total at this point. I think maybe 2 or 3 gallons. I know we've drained a 2-gallon tank, but we've just transferred it to our small tank, one of those gallons. So yeah, it's all good. We're all pretty happy out here. My daughter's doing well, as I knew she would. She likes it out here. It gives her a chance to kind of decompress from her busy life as a bartender and whatnot, and just kick back. And her only frustration out here is me. Other than that, she's happy. You know, as long as I can stop from poking her. You know, I'm always trying to knit and poke and get her reaction from stuff, and that makes her mad at me, and then I feel bad that I did it, and Norman scolds me and gives me the Norman look. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And I feel bad, go and hide my head in the corner for a little bit. Yeah, well, she really hates this Hawaiian Christmas song, the Mele Kalikimaka. I gotta say it quietly, because if she hears me, she'll wake up and start screaming at me. You know, the Mele Kalikimaka is, it's the only Hawaiian song I know, and I don't even know what it means. I guess it means Merry Christmas. But when we were on our 38-day passage to Hawaii, I started singing that at about day 10. And yeah, I can't even start with the Mele. If I say Mele, she starts throwing shit at me. So she says I'm allowed to sing it once when we get there, and even that is, she's pissed about that because it's not Christmas. And if I sing it when I'm around Hawaiian people when we get there, that'll really set her off. She doesn't want that. But yeah, it's funny. One of the things I'm really missing right now is a brand new thing, and that's one-wheeling. I'm really looking forward to one-wheeling on Waikiki. I think that's going to be a hoot, man. Really looking forward to that. I even had a dream about it. That's the other thing. Dreams out here. When you're out here this long, your dreams become super vivid. It's like your mind is trying to fill in the sensory deprivation that you feel out here. You don't smell anything but the ocean and the boat and the people on the boat. And so you're kind of, your senses are looking for other sounds and colors and stuff. And so when you fall asleep and dream, it just dumps them all into your dreams, and your dreams become super vivid, and they're like memories. When you wake up, it's not like you had a dream. It's like you remember something that happened. So, all right, well, I'm gonna stop jabbering today. This will be a whole video of me just talking. I guess maybe some of you people will like that. I don't know. Hey, it's what's going through the brain while you're out here for this long. So, this is day 10 or 11?
This is,
I think it's 11 today.
I think it's 11.
Yeah, it's 11. So we haven't even been out here a quarter of the time we're going to be out here. So you guys are going to see some craziness. Hey, my beard's coming along just fine. See? Starting to come in, fill in a little bit. I'm going to have a nice beard when I get there. All right, signing off. Well, Emily Ann, what do you think of this situation today?
It's pretty rolly.
Yeah.
Kind of uncomfortable, hot.
Yeah, it's warm now. We're warm in the boat, and it's rolling. We are on our way. We do have a good course set right now. Oh, is this even gonna show up? Yeah. Our next waypoint's right there. We're sailing basically downwind, and at about 3, it goes, I guess, from 2.5 to 3.5 knots, and then 4 knots down waves. I'll take you out and show you outside next. And I decided this morning that the crew needs a little bit of a boost. It's day, what is it?
14.
14 today?
2 weeks today.
2 weeks today. It's Thursday?
Yeah.
It is. We left 2 weeks ago. Oh, and for those of you that don't like the camera doing this, sorry. The
whole
boat's
boat
doing
is
this.
doing that.
So, yeah, it's rolling pretty good. And I decided that the crew needed a little bit of a boost since we're out here for 2 weeks now. So this morning, I'm making some blueberry muffins.
Yeah.
And they're not even keto blueberry muffins. They are regular old blueberry muffins with sugar in them and yumminess, all yumminess. So I've got my little Omni oven going, and we had a rough night last night. We all had to take turns in the cockpit because the wind vane, it's doing a wonderful job, but it's not like the autopilot. You can't just go to sleep and go, or just pay attention for ships and let the autopilot take you to your compass course, because as the wind clocks around, of course the wind vane it has nothing to do with compass course. It's all about angle of the wind. So as the wind clocks, the boat clocks around with it. And there are also other mitigating circumstances, like the waves. The waves will crash up against the boat, and if it takes a couple of really hard waves, it'll knock it off its course completely, and then it's trying to bring you back, but it can't do it. So at that point you need to intervene. It needs a little human intervention to bring it back on course. And but I think we like it.
Yeah.
We like it
So much
overall.
quieter.
We haven't had,
Nicer.
now the
Put on
batteries are never going below 13 now. I mean, it's just, that's fantastic. So okay, let's go out and have a little look at outside this morning on day 14, 2 weeks offshore. And you see my little oven's going. Have a look at this yumminess. Oh, look at those babies. Oh, those are gonna be so good. My buddy Norman just went into his Norman hole. And the wind's blowing, there he is. The wind's blowing about probably 18 to 21. And then it'll drop off occasionally down to maybe 15. And then it'll pick up again. Good morning, Norm.
Good morning, everybody.
How are things for you?
They're good. It's just a little rolly. It gets a little annoying, but it's sailing out here in a big blue ocean, so what I've come to notice. You just deal with it until you get there.
We've got our spider web of blinds back here. Yeah, look at all that stuff to get that monitor working. This little one holding up the tiller helps a lot. And then of course here we've got our preventer running into the forward cleat there, or the midship cleat, and fold out jib, jib. We've got our fore and aft guys, topping lift. This camera has a windsock on it, so maybe you can hear me still. Got our little triple reef mainsail up. And we're doing 4.5 to 5 knots right now, which for this boat is, well, full speed. I don't know if you can see back there. Let's see if I can get a better shot. birdie in the water back there, little tuna birdie on this side, and that's a short line. And the one from Wandering Dolphin is a really long line. I think it's like 75 and 100 feet or something like that. It's way out there. I've caught a few fish on it, so I'm no fisherman, but good evening. It is 11 o'clock at night, and we are sailing in pretty big stuff right now. I'll take you outside and show you. I'll turn on the light out here so you can see the flag whipping. And the seas are not nearly as big as when we were in the gale. It's blowing 25 pretty steady, I think, right now. And we're still heading south, hoping that tomorrow we can turn and do some westing. I will say that sailing this far offshore when it gets like this in such a small boat is not for the faint of heart. That's for sure. You know, I think the first year we would have, if we'd have done this, we'd probably never done it again. Yeah, it's blowing pretty good. Check out the flag. Turn on auto. Okay. This stuff off, it's not fighting on it.
sail, eh?
Yeah.
I got it.
You want me to take it? Got it.
Otto back on duty. Now we need to get on course. Where are we at? That's pretty good. What do you think? You're gonna have to put up with auto sound now.
I get some sleep now.
Your lullaby is back.
Lullaby.
My only concern now is that pole. If it jibes, you know, I'd much rather not have that pole up, but I mean, it's much calmer now as far as taking the pole down now. It would be a lot easier. But it would mean Emily'd have to get dressed up, go up there.
Do
So
whatever is
let's
needed.
leave it and see if we have any issues with it. If we don't have any issues with it, I'd rather leave it up anyway. Tomorrow we need to jibe anyway, so we're gonna have to take it down tomorrow anyway. With our apparent wind, when it was bringing us into the wind, with the apparent wind, it was bringing it up closer to 28, you know, and that was our issue. It was just, and then when it was started rounding up like that, we were beam onto the waves. So I think we're good now. Let's try it, and then if we have to, we'll take the pole down. But for now, let's call it good.